Today we've got some highlights from the BMW Drivers Club New South Wales Super Sprint 1 and Track Day. So it was a real family day. Had a friend of mine from way back come out, had a drive of the car. We headed out together for the first session. It was quite nice. I did some top quality instructing here. Hit that curb, hit that curb. Good job. My instructing may have left something to be desired, but Andrew did a good job anyway, and we had a great time. There were a lot of other families out there. There was grandfathers with sons and granddaughters, and then there were dads and daughters, dads and sons, mums and dads, all sorts of things. So what a great day it was. Didn't last all that long for the good weather that we had early on. A few sprinkles. We had a few sprinkles at the end of the first session, and then in the second session it really started to come down. Actually got genuinely wet to the point where the track tyres really weren't up for it. It got a bit damp. So this was the rear view out of my session, second session of the day. Wasn't the greatest. One of the other guys went off the track, came back on. It was all good, just a bit of a pirouette, no dramas. But yeah, it was genuinely wet out there. I struggled to get past these guys. They were really quick down the straight, but of course on just road rubber and road cars, not real around the corner, so it was a real hold up. It was really terrifying out there. At one point I actually put a wheel on the grass on the inside of turn 1. It was a lot slower, but I was still doing over 120 through the apex, so it wasn't a great idea to drop a wheel off onto the grass, even on the inside. And yeah, everyone was still having a great time. Possibly this was maybe a bit too much of a good time, but back on the track and away again. Yeah, everyone was safe. It was a good day. No cars in the wall and that kind of stuff. Had a few of these things going on. Apparently that's a $9,000 carbon fibre wing on the back of that car. Didn't really help all that much. So, road cars and road tyres, it's about the best you can hope for. In the next session, fined up, and so Andrew and I went back out together, so he came out with me this time, so I could show him where I drove, or the wrong lines that I take. Now then, this was my problem all day long with these M cars. Snuck down the inside of me when I was letting somebody else past at 1. But of course we're on the setup for the corners, not for the straights. So we got held up everywhere through the twisty stuff, but then we just couldn't get past in the straights. He was doing alright, but just, it's a different setup and a different type of driving, different everything, different cars. So yeah, we should have done a better job, to be honest. I should have been out of the way, should have been going faster. And at this point we should have actually just let him go for a while, because we were stuck right up here under his bumper and losing about 2 or 3 seconds a lap, so it wasn't great. Not that it really mattered, we were just having a bit of fun. But yeah, it was a great example of how lap time can be achieved in different ways. And I surely do need that bigger engine. We're going to go for the bigger engine before we go to Bathurst, so hopefully we can come back in May, have a little bit more grunt to play with. But during the lunch break, all of the marshals get the opportunity to go out on the track, so it's a great opportunity to pay the marshals back for all the work that they put in. So we're just out here doing passenger rides. It wasn't super fast, so I took Jasper, Andrew's son, out. Andrew helped me, and Andrew's dad, Bob, helped me on the dummy grid all day, so Jasper got their ride. So he had a great time, so he loved it, was a great passenger, no dramas all the way around, and we did some good times. If you're ever wondering what the look of panic is like when someone realises the cars are going out and they're nowhere near ready, well, that was it. That was me too busy talking on the dummy grid and not watching what was going on. Didn't have my helmet on, no gloves, ended up throwing them on the floor, not ready in any way, and wasn't even partly ready until we got halfway around the track. So I was still doing my gear up as we headed out. Then once I did get out there, this was definitely not my finest moment. So behind me, that's Ashenary 36 M3. and I was catching up with Todd. I'm not sure what Todd was doing. He was faster than me all day, so I wasn't sure what he was up to. But I, probably could have done a better job of getting out of the way and getting past the right people. So yeah, that little Suzuki, it's deceptively quick in a straight line, as fast as my little 2.2 litre. But yeah, Todd didn't seem to be up to speed, so I was a bit confused about who was going where, and at one point I completely lost track of where Ash's M3 was. So you can see me, I'm looking all over the place, did not know, couldn't see her in the rearview mirror, couldn't see her anywhere, so managed to ruin my lap and her lap, probably ruined Todd's lap. But yeah, that was a scary moment when I lost sight. I thought we were about to have a massive crash into turn 1. So back onto it, and I thought, oh, here we go, well, should be right, let's go for the rest of the lap. And Todd seemed to be back up to speed, not getting away as much as he normally does. So I still wasn't sure I still wasn't quite sure what was going on. So I'm still pushing on fairly hard, and then through here he seemed to be a bit cautious. So then as we came down, came up on some slower cars, this was probably the dumbest thing I did all day. Really should not have done that. Should let the guys go past and just chilled out and relaxed. But so I ended up cutting Todd off, snookering Ash in behind the slower car, probably scaring the slower car as well. So great move if you've been racing. In super sprinting it was pretty poor. I should have done a lot better than that. So I was a bit sorry for that. Then, to compound things, I just wasn't going fast enough, so by the time I got around, I was back on my tail again and I caught up with someone else. By the time we were coming through the flip-flop, I was right there and I thought, oh, maybe he's going to let me past. So pulled down the inside to go past, and of course the lack of power is not my friend at this point. Even against 86/BRZ. Had to give him a little toot of the horn, make sure he knew I was there, but he did. And once again, managed to screw over Todd and the Suzuki. So at this point I think I've probably ruined 2 of Ash's laps and at least 2 of Todd's, if not more. But yeah, just to prove I really wasn't thinking about it, I thought, well, here we go, we'll go for another lap. Then, to make it worse, just didn't really go fast enough was the problem. Came around at the end of the next lap and Todd was right behind me again. And now I'm stuck. I've got a slower car in front, Todd coming through behind, and I'm trying to get out of everyone's way, and then it turns out it's actually the last lap. So we come across the line, everyone's had a weird session, so my apologies to everyone who was involved, very sorry about that. So here we are, Andrew's last session of the day.
Is this exclamation mark been on all day and I've missed it?
Traction control. Forgot to tell him that I'd turned the traction control off and was about to send him out with nothing on. And I hadn't done that all day. So a bit of a blue in my case. But he was alright, he went his fastest lap, so it must have been good. He was the last session of the day. I rushed out there, it was all comers. Whoever turned up could have a go. So I rushed out as fast as I could in what was typical for the day for us. Got down to turn 2, found out the door was open. Quick slam through turn 3, it was good to go. But that just about summed up how our day went. The last session of the day, I headed out, it was just everyone, it was all comers, and I wish I had my rear view camera on here. Went through the flip-flop, looked in the rear view mirror, and there was the side of Marcus's car looking at me rather than the front. He was totally crossed up. But yeah, it wasn't really a problem for me, he's so much faster. But yeah, finally got it wound up. Didn't do a real good job. Best lap of the day was an 18.9, which is slower. Last time we were there, did an 18.2 something. So slower than last time, but it was certainly quicker through places like here, through 16 and into 17. And then on the fastest lap, it was 4.5 kilometres an hour faster through the apex. So the extra front downforce from the splitter was great. I just basically chicken footed it through 1 and lost almost a second. So that was a shame. This is probably the only time I'm ever going to overtake Marcus because he's going in the pits. And I did lose a bit of time. The extra downforce slowed me down, but 1:18.8 was all right in the end. But it was a good day. We had a great family day, lots of fun. Not many dramas, a few dramas in the wet early on, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Everyone was safe. Everyone went home. No one was hurt. We all had a great time, and it was really enjoyable. Thanks for watching.